This mill is, as my father used to say, it's like a microcosm of the history of New England. You can begin to see how a human population takes energy from an area and builds a community.
This project matters to Haverhill because this house, the Wentworth Brown Estate, faces the common and occupies the entire south side of the common. To lose this house gives another excuse for another house to go and another house to go.
In smaller towns like ours, it can be really difficult to raise awareness for a big project like this. This project is much larger than what Grafton alone can accomplish. A program like 7 to Save brings more attention to it, brings it into the spotlight.
7 to Save its timing was perfect. It jump-started our capital campaign. The press was very, very excited. Everyone wanted to come and interview us. And it gave us a recognition that this was a place to save.
7 to Save brought so much attention to the building that it really enabled us to move forward with all the restoration plans.
I mean, I think definitely 7 to Save opens up a bunch of resources that we wouldn't necessarily have access to.
I mean, if you were to ask me what is critical about getting started with this, I think one of the things that helped us more than anything was having a really high quality group of people. And then, of course, the Preservation Alliance came on several occasions to help guide us, answer questions.
The best advice I can give, develop your message early and make it fluid, because you're going to be talking to many, many different groups, and you need to adapt that message to the groups that you're speaking with, essentially on the fly.
Number one, get started. The 7 to Save listing is just the first step. And the other thing that's critical, I think, is to learn the steps in the process, and it's a long process.
Enthusiasm is your greatest asset. Enthusiasm is contagious. So regardless of it, whether it's a tax-funded project or it's pure private fundraising, it's all about the enthusiasm that you can generate and the passion that you can generate.
These preservation projects can bring about new friendships. You'll find that the more you sort of delve into these projects, the more you can reach out to different pockets of the community and get people involved. So I think having a sense of humor and approaching it to not only rebuilding a house, but rebuilding a community.
One older gentleman who has lived basically his whole life in town had not been able to be up here on the upper hall for years because of his physical condition. He rode up in the elevator, he saw this, and he said, you know, I was afraid I wouldn't live to see the day that this reopened to the public.
I mean, I think that older buildings give you a sense of place in a community. They tell you where you came from. For me personally, this building matters because it is a center point for our town. And I have 3 children who I want to instill a sense of community in, and I think old buildings are a great way to do that.
It really is the heart and soul of the town of Washington. And that's the vision that continues to keep everyone wanting to maintain this, wanting to ensure that it survives and continues to fill its destiny for generations to come.